Hi everybody, thanks for tuning in. Today on the channel, we're going to be taking a look at the McFarlane Toys Knightfall Batman. If Saturday morning cartoons fueled your imagination as a kid and powers your action figure collecting now as an adult, then you're in the right place. Thanks for stopping by and welcome to Saturday Morning Toy Collector. And if you like my content, please consider subscribing. Alright, before we take a look at the package here, if you would like to add this Batman to your collection and you don't have him already, you could do so at the Amazon link below, and it will help out the channel with a few pennies. So add him to your collection if you can. All right, taking a look at the front of the package here, we don't see much in the way of branding. You know, this is your standard, DC Multiverse. It doesn't even say Knightfall Batman on the front. It just says Batman, but that's okay. You can see the card, the two hands he comes with, the display stands tucked away in the back behind the cape. He does come with a Batarang. And boy, this Batman sure is looking nice in the package, but we're not going to leave him in it for long. Flipping around on the back, you can see a really nice artwork for the Knightfall Batman here. And man, this is just, it's an iconic piece of artwork that always reminds me of the comic. Getting him out of the package, here we have Batman standing straight up and down, no crazy poses or anything. And man, I gotta tell you, this is definitely one of the best McFarlane Batmans, probably the best McFarlane Batman he has ever made. This thing is absolutely incredible, from the length of the ears, the wide eyes, the head sculpt, the shape of the cowl, the shape and color of the bat symbol, the belt, the simplified Batman belt with the little capsules all over it, the trunks, just everything about this thing is just absolutely amazing. Punching in here a little bit closer on the head sculpt, you can see just the intensity of the sculpt on the eyes, on the cowl. The grimace on the mouth looks really great. The bright white eyes is absolutely fantastic, and good lord, look at that bat symbol. That is just a glorious thing of beauty. Flipping around here on the side, it's your standard McFarlane toys. You've got your pinned elbows, your pinned knees. Just wanted to show you the side profile of this guy. He's pretty symmetrical except for the cape, so we're just going to take a look at this side here. And flipping around here on the back, you can see how the cape just sweeps off to the right. It's really nice, pretty simple, does its job. But I'm going to be replacing this with a custom cape from OT Customs as soon as I get a chance. And taking a look at the accessories here, he does come with that same artwork from the back of the package on the card. The standard McFarlane DC Multiverse stand, 2 fists, 2 open hands for holding the Batarang or whatever you'd like for him to hold, and of course the Batarang itself. Alright, taking a closer look at the articulation here on this particular Batman. Let's zoom in here on this guy. Man, he is glorious and just looks so good. I just love the proportions. The head can look up that far, which is really good. He can look down only about that far. It's not too far at all, actually. So that's not the greatest. He can hit that T-pose, no problem whatsoever. He does have that upper bicep swivel. Arm can go all the way around. Double jointed elbows. Boy, he can go all the way with that, all the way. He does have these little spikes on his gloves are really nice and soft and pliable, so you don't have to worry about them breaking off. But look at this joint here. This is very weird. It's like it's articulated at the wrist. The joint is built into the wrist, and then there's just a peg for the hand to pop on. It's very weird. I don't know if I've seen that before on a McFarlane figure, but maybe I have. It's been a while. He can only crunch forward about that far, but he can lean all the way back, which is great if you want to get him into some grapple gun or swinging or jumping poses on your shelf. He does have a waist swivel, but mine is just super tight right there. He doesn't have any drop down on the thigh, but he can go forward. Good lord, that leg hyperextended. He can go forward that far and go back only about that far right there. He does have double jointed knees, but he still can't quite kick his own butt. He has no boot cut at all, and he does have that same type of hinge from the wrist down on the ankle, and it kind of rotates right there and articulates up and down, but there is no pivot. There's no swivel. There's no forward-facing pin. And he does have, I kind of skipped over this, he does have a little bit of a butterfly joint, but it doesn't really get you much range of motion at all, actually. So it's there, but it's not the best. Let's get this guy standing straight up and down in the middle here, and let's see if he can stand up without falling over. And I'm going to bring in, this is just one of my favorite all-time Batman figures, and this is what this figure reminds me of, is that Superpowers Kenner, Superpowers line Batman. Just looks incredible, and that's exactly what this reminds me of. I would love a repaint of it one day, in that lighter, brighter blue. But let's bring in my previously perfect, what I thought was previously perfect Batman from McFarlane Toys with the cloth cape, and then the Hush Batman in the gray and blue. So here we have the gray and blues all represented. But man, this guy just looks incredible. He looks really nice, and he probably is my favorite Batman from McFarlane Toys at this moment, which means I can get rid of some of my Batmen and just have this guy. But let's get him, get these guys out of the way, get him under some lighting and into some backgrounds and see how he poses up. All right, so it's no spoiler that I absolutely love this guy. He is absolutely incredible. He is, to me, perfection, head to toe. Absolutely. Would I love the pinless joints? Absolutely. Would it have been great if he came with the cloth cape? Yes, absolutely. Those things would have made him 100% perfection. But that does not keep this figure from making, or probably making, my top 10 figures of the year list at the end of the year. We'll see how that shakes out. But this guy is just absolute perfection. And again, if you don't have him in your collection already and you'd like to add him, you can do so at the Amazon link below. And just a reminder, that does help out the channel with a few pennies if you do so. Thank you guys so much for tuning in and watching. I super appreciate it. Please continue to check us out over at Instagram at Saturday Morning Toy Collector. And I am the Saturday Morning Toy Collector. I'm your host, Mark. And remember, I will see you in the toy aisles.